Gemini, hey there babies, Melissa here to do your weekly love reading. This is for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Not going to resonate for all Geminis. If it does resonate for you, I'd love a like and a subscribe from you. If you already are subscribed, thank you so much and welcome back. This is a love reading. We're going to be looking at the energy you bring to the connection, the energy the person you have in mind brings, as well as a potential outcome and an overall energy. Anywhere from single to married and anywhere in between, just whomever you have on that sweet little Gemini brain of yours. Let's get at your love life, babies. Anything you need to know about me, by the way, you can find in the About section of my channel. Let's get after it. I'm going to shuffle one more time just because I feel like I need to now after all that peeking. Alright, let's get at it. The energy you bring to the connection is the Three of Pentacles. The energy the person you have in mind brings is the Page of Wands. And then we got the Two of Pentacles as your outcome and the Ten of Wands as your overarching energy. Rouse, babies. What the heck? Well, I'm not going to lie. This feels like a marriage. This feels like a marriage ending. And I'm going to do this reading because that's what I do. And I love you guys so much. And I'm here. I'm not going to judge you. I'm not going to make you feel itchy or, you know, that you ever been watching a reading and then just mid-reading, you, ouch, like you can feel the reader judging you or shaming you. Maybe I'm the only one that can feel that because I'm a psychic. I had to stop watching tarot card readings for that very reason. It's like, I'm not going to sit here and manipulate you or play games with you. I want you to heal. I love you and I want the best for you. Period, point blank. Let's get that out the way now. The Ten of Wands is your overall energy of love connection. With the Tower underneath it means that a marriage is coming to an end to me. The Hierophant was under there as well. The Ten of Wands to me is a guy. I almost feel like finally letting down the weight of the world. I almost feel like the marriage was kept there because you were worried that if you what people would think if you didn't continue on in that marriage, that people would judge you, that especially with people using God's name to shame people for breaking out of a connection that wasn't good for them is, wow, sorry. I get very passionate about that. That is one of the sickest human traits there is, again, using the divine to shame people, because the divine doesn't shame anyone, and the divine doesn't want you in a connection you don't want to be in or doesn't feel good. The divine wants you to be happy from within. The divine only cares that you love yourself. Like, they're not going to shame you or judge you if you don't. They want you to, because then they know that if everybody were to love themselves, that nobody would ever hurt each other. The only reason people hurt each other is because they don't love themselves. We don't get taught how to love ourselves in school. I'm sorry, Gemini, but I'm just going to tell you that I love you, and I want to hold your hand until you love you. And if you love you already, then and maybe that's exactly what this is. Maybe you putting down the weights of the world, really choosing you over all else, and that is huge. That is going to be rewarded wildly by the Creator. With connections that are good for you, connections that work well with you and your truest inner knowings, you know what I mean? Like, again, when we get into connections that worked on the surface, but they didn't really get us on a level, it stops us from being us on a level, like the truest us. Again, I love this Page of Wands. This is one of my favorite wands. This is one of my favorite cards in the whole deck. It means that this person that you're dealing with, and I don't think this is the person you're breaking up with. Maybe it is. We'll get more. This person has decided this wand is for them, okay? This is like what's coming in for you. This is what I'm getting right now. Again, I don't read like other tarot card readers, and I really mostly read what comes through my head instead of the cards. But what I'm getting right now is we're breaking out of a marriage situation. Tomorrow isn't going to be the day that a new connection, if you're breaking out of a marriage, tomorrow's not going to be the day that a new connection comes in. But if you broke out of that marriage 10 years ago, then, or even 1 year ago, 6 months ago, if you do the healing and we have releasing that we need to do from being in a connection, stuff like that. What's coming in for you, regardless of when it's coming in, is this Page of Wands. This is somebody who is going to know that you're the wand for them, okay? Out of all 10 wands, it's about really understanding that this is that not all wands are built the same, okay? This is like that we do spiritually connect with certain people. We can't explain it, why we feel this polar connection to them, but we just connect with them. That's called a spiritual connection. And people, that are kind of more skeptical of spirituality in general don't really get that, and that's okay. But what we can be sure of is that you only feel that with certain people, And that is this Page of Wands to me, is realizing that. The person that you're going to come into contact with is going to know that they've tried many different wands. I mean, I'm not calling them a hoe. But they've tried many different wands, and they realize that only, a particular wand is going to work for them. And it's going to be the kind that has absolutely nothing to do with your egotistical layer, and has everything to do with if or the pull is there or not, the connection is there or not, okay? So we got the Two of Pentacles as your potential outcome. And I do feel like there is, at this time, we're ironing things out. Look at your energy, first of all. My God. Because you've chosen yourself. This is real as it gets. This is what happens when you choose yourself. And people are like, well, that's boring. Who wants to be by themselves? Anybody who cares to have a truly fulfilled life. And that's you right now. It looks like justice is going to be served. Or justice is being served. It looks like good karma is coming back to you for all of the sacrifices you've made, all the good decisions you've made. Again, that they don't always go, especially with the Fool there. A lot of your cards are telling me that you've gone against the grain, or what societal norm is telling you that you should do, and you've chosen to do what feels good from the inside out. And again, not on an egotistical level. This is about fulfilling yourself. Again, our only job here on earth is to fulfill ourselves so that we can kind of pour into the world. We have a bunch of unfulfilled vessels doing absolutely nothing for the world. It's crazy. And it's because we've been told that fulfilling ourselves is selfish. What the fuck? This is the most backwards shit you'll ever hear. Fulfilling yourself is actually the only way you have anything to offer anyone, okay? And it looks like you're doing just that, and I'm so proud of you. Because, again, I feel like there was a marriage. It could have been a long relationship. You might have been breaking away from a family member. Whatever it is that you're breaking away from, you're breaking away from societal norms, actually, and it's causing you stress. But that's exactly what that Hierophant, now that I'm seeing, it could be marriage, but it could just be breaking away from the mundane, or breaking away from the way that you were told you had to do things. Breaking away from the way things have always been. And it's not in a, you don't have to be all weird about it like I do. But it is just about getting that, oh, okay, so actually I'm just here to fulfill myself, and then I'll fulfill others just naturally because I'm happy. And I feel like, whoever that, be, whatever that be, you're going to work well in every connection that you come into. Family, relationships, business relationships, love relationships are all going to work well because you're feeding yourself from the inside out. You're doing what you know is right for you. It's not going to be the same thing that's right for everybody else, okay? Like, that's what people have a hard time getting, is we're following all these plans, like, oh, so I just do that, and that, and I'm good. No, they did that, and that, and they were good. That's not what's going to work for you necessarily. It might be, if it's what fulfills you from the inside, but you shouldn't listen to other people as far as fulfilling yourself is concerned. You should be listening to your inner voice. That is the only place, the only voice that truly knows what will truly fulfill you. Wow, a lot of stuff coming through for y'all. Again, I don't feel like you're in this connection at this time. I feel like you're breaking away from people, places, things, and that could be a marriage, that could be family, that could be just societal norm, what is expected of you, and you're realizing that, why is it expected of me, and who the fuck said you were my daddy? Whoa, I'm sorry, Gemini. I don't know where this is coming from. Whoever I'm dealing with, though, you're sassy and I like it. But somebody is working with a reality that they have fulfilled other people's wishes and wants and needs for far too long, and they're realizing that you are realizing that just fulfilling yourself leaves you with an endless, I think we've talked about this before, a bottomless bucket of resources in anything you what's the word? Any endeavor you go on, whatever it is, anything you, why can't I come up with this word, you guys? I'm going to stop and slow down. Anything you, not attain, that's not what I'm looking for. That's what keeps coming in. Anything you, you guys, this is the weirdest, I get stuck sometimes, but this is stuck. Anything you do. I'm going to go with the simplest word I can possibly come up with. Anything you do is going to be like a well-oiled machine, because you're coming from authenticity. You're coming from your own truth. You're coming from what feeds your soul from the inside out. You have healed, or are in the midst of healing, your pains from the past. So you don't let your past experiences dictate your future opportunities. You're willing to jump off into connections, love connections, business endeavors. Is that what I was looking for? Things like that. Without flinching, because you know that anything you do that comes from your authenticity is going to have endless resources. You're going to be, basically it's like God's hand catching you every time you jump off. Even if it doesn't work out, God's got you. You know, the creator, source, higher self, whatever you call it. Justice, babies. It's about, you know, all the work you've put in, all the work you're putting in, anything you do when it comes from authenticity is going to be paid back. That's real. And it's going to be paid back tenfold. Okay. Sometimes we have to wait a little while for those results to start showing up. But when they do, they come in kind of like floodgates, like the floodgates are opening. Okay. And what am I looking at here? What did I want to say? Oh, could be dealing with an Aquarius, an Aries, a Libra, coming across strongly, any fire sign. Look at this. And I think as far as you, I don't know that this isn't even in your 3D or near your 3D as far as I'm concerned. It could be, it doesn't have to be. I feel like we're walking away from people, places, and things to really feed ourselves. And look at that. Look at that energy you got. The Three of Pentacles, the Ace of Swords, the Fool, and the Justice card in your energy. The energy doesn't get more gorgeous. The Ten of Wands is your overarching energy, doesn't scare me. It is really about you realizing that feeding you is the only way to live a happy life. Fulfilling yourself is the only way to truly succeed in this world. If by succeed, you know, I mean, like, success, people need to heal their perception of success. Success means being fulfilled on a daily basis, doing what fulfills you and your soul. And then, again, the Creator will never let you down in that way. If you're fulfilling yourself from the inside out, not on an egotistical level, if you're fulfilling yourself from the inside out, the Creator will never let you fall. Will never let you starve, will never let you go homeless, you know what I mean? And wow, it's just really sweet. And what's coming in for you is this person that's that knows that there is one wand for each person. Okay, I'm sorry. And you know what? Geminis probably don't get what I'm saying, but you will when you meet this person. I promise you that. Because I'm a more smushy, we all have one soul partner out there that we end up life partners with. Somebody that truly gets us from the inside out. Somebody that is going to, just being in their presence feels like healing. And anyways, so the Page of Wands, the Two of Wands, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Three of Wands. First of all, the Two to the Three of Wands is beautiful because it means they're taking action to their own passionate endeavors, okay, in their own life right now. This is going to lead them into the Ten of Pentacles with you, is what I'm getting right now, because they're waiting for their ships to come in, and the Ten of Pentacles are the ships coming in by way of all things in their life. So everything's going to fall into place for them because they took action towards their passions. Wow, this is really sweet, you guys. Again, they're waiting for it, so I know that you guys haven't come into this yet. Oh, ish, you guys. I want to be a Gemini. Are you single? Are you single, Gemini? Male or female, I don't care. Let's see about this. Wow, you guys. So the Two of Pentacles, I think, is the two of you kind of balancing yourselves out right now. And coming into harmony eventually here, but I don't think we're anywhere near there yet. This could be 6 months from now. This could be 2 weeks from now. I don't really know. You'll know your own timeline. I think you're not interested at this moment because you're so interested in your passions, and they are too, in theirs, okay? Wherever they are, they might be across the world. They might be your next door neighbor. They might be your best friend. I don't know who this person is. What I'm going to tell you is this is two people coming in, doing the things right, really feeding themselves from the inside out. It's the only way you can come into a connection like this one here, your card, the Gemini card, the Lover's card. You guys, this is the strongest connection you're ever going to be a part of. And I think it's because you walked away from people, places, and things that didn't serve you, including some of you walking away from a marriage. That is real. Some of you are just walking away from societal norms. Some of you were walking out of a long overdue breakup from a long-lasting connection that was just far too long. But what I'm getting is that you're learning that it's not selfish to feed yourself or fulfill yourself. It's not selfish. It is the only way we have anything to offer anyone, including our own children, to be honest with you. Some people are like, well, I better stay for the kids. Well, if we do stay in connections that aren't good for us, our kids will definitely pay for that. Because if we're not fulfilled, we can't fulfill them. We can't be as good to them as they deserve us to be. But most importantly, we shouldn't become fulfilled for that reason either. It should be specifically because we want fulfillment for ourselves. We know that the only way to fulfill anybody else is by fulfilling ourselves first. The Two of Pentacles, the Page of Cups, the Lover's card, and the King of Wands. Passion for days. I feel like this is your calling. I feel like you're being called to this connection. I don't feel like you even see it. Maybe you do. Maybe you feel called to somebody, and I feel like it will come in due time. You don't need to force it, pressure it. You know, I don't think you are. I think you're so content by yourself that you're not even looking, is what I get right now. But this is going to kind of surpass all of your ideals of love. It's going to be like, oh, I honestly, at this point, I was just like, I'll just take somebody who's nice. Weird message. But this is going to be somebody who is way beyond what you could have imagined to be the best in love. And they're going to fulfill passion with you and purpose with you. They're going to get you on a level that you were unable to even get yourself for so long because you were sort of on that egotistical layer with somebody who wasn't for you. And you're getting to know the depths of your soul. Wow, this is really deep. You're getting to know the depths of your own soul, and you're gonna that's when this person comes in. Somebody who's also gonna just understand, receive, and get and reciprocate with you in the depths of your souls. Wow, that's really a lot. Okay, Gemini, I love you so much, but this is sexy as hell. The King of Wands in your outcome and the Lover's card. First of all, how sexy is this? Look at. So the passion is not going to be lacking in this connection, nor is the love. Okay, I love it so much. You single? All right. Important to just continuously, fill your passions and allow the universe to bring these things to you, because we don't really. When we have to go out seeking things, it's because we didn't have faith that the divine would bring us what's ours. Then we end up finding things that aren't ours when we're out there in seek mode, okay? So it's about knowing the divine will bring you what's yours. You can go out and seek things out. You're probably going to find a bunch of shit that's not for you, and that's going to cause a bunch more pain we need to heal from and blah, blah, blah. But the Creator will bring right to your doorstep, not literally, but the opportunities. It's about following your callings and things like that, but never having to go out looking for anything, okay? Hope upside down. I don't read reversals in my tarot, and I'm certainly not going to read it in my oracle cards. It says hope. We're going to get one more oracle card actually. It's just about the Creator wants you to know that the real love is real. Okay, that's what I'm getting right now. Is I feel like you've kind of and that's great that you're not even looking for it. I feel like you're just so content on your own, and that's why it's going to come to you. But it's going to be the deepest kind of love, and I want to hear about it when it does come in for you, because I want you to say, wow, I didn't even believe in this kind of love. And this could be 5 years from now, okay, Gemini? I am holding you to it. I didn't even believe in this kind of love until it came in. In fact, I thought that one reading of yours was a bunch of bullshit, Melissa. But then I've met this person, I was like, damn! Melissa was right. That crazy lady on YouTube was right. Hope and elevation. It says, you are making the conscious decision to raise your vibration of love. And you know what that means? That really just means this sitting in your own energy, realizing that the only way to true happiness is to truly fulfill yourself from the inside out. And that is how you raise your vibration and your ideals of love. The truest authenticity is the only way to raise your vibration. In reality, people have all these little setups of how you can do it. It's about being authentic and not doing what they tell you to do, okay? What works for them isn't going to work for you. Whatever comes from within and feels good from the inside out, fulfills you from the inside out, that's your way to the highest vibration. That is how you specifically will raise your own vibration. And it looks like you don't need any raising, by the way. Your vibration looks as high as it gets. So I love you so much, and I will see you guys next week. Mwah.